Well, and I think they pointed out two of those, right? So the first thing they point out is we often ask, can I succeed in this versus should I? So that's the should question is kind of part of that. Should I do it now? That's a timing question, right? Or should I address it? And so that gives you the ability to say, should I put this off now or should I address it now and address the timing thing? And then I think they offer those, which is always the case. I think we reviewed crucial conversations and they had a similar model in it, but it's going into it, what does this mean to the relationship, to the situation? Asking those 4 or 5 questions that they pointed out early on going into the conversation is critical. It's not just about the event itself, but what does it mean to the relationship? What does it mean to the bigger picture before you go in there, and what outcome do you want for those elements versus just addressing that? Usually it's a micro instance of accountability. Well, and the reason I pointed out that situation and dispositional is because the work that we've done, and I'm a believer in this in all of my clients I work with, but what we were doing, what we've done and what we did early on was address the situational. So now it becomes a balance versus just attacking it from a dispositional or personality standpoint, and that's where it gets frustrating, right? You have the same problems over time. We created structure and a process for accountability. So now that we know we've got the situational context in place, that we can have high accountability. And so now we can really look at both factors versus just always falling to, oh, it's the personality. And so over time, we've had some instances where it's been boiled down that we've got all the situational stuff in place and the structure and the process, and now we can firmly conclude and address accountability from a personality standpoint and whether this person fits in and go down the process to one person's been cleared out, another one's being moved, and that allows that to happen. Otherwise, you make false assumptions and you always blame it on the personality, but you don't have the structure to allow accountability.